We just got hide it.
Now, to give you a bit of background on this competition, all the creators got an opportunity to enter a video talking about Rustival. They got 1 minute and they had to film it in portrait mode. And so we had some amazing entries, and in fact, I think I laughed or cried or giggled at every single one that came in. They were all really good, and so it's really difficult, and I'm glad that we didn't have to pick, because it would have been awful, and we wouldn't have wanted to have done that. So thankfully everybody did, and they got to vote on it and all sorts of things, and Josh was the winner. So another big round of applause for Josh. We're going to ask Josh a few questions. So Josh, first of all, tell us the name of your channel.
So, my YouTube channel is called The Moaning Yorkshireman. I mainly focus on Formula 1, things like that. Just basically have a rant about it, to be honest. It's just all good fun, isn't it?
Now, is there anybody from Yorkshire here? I know there is, because I've chatted to a few of you. Come on, Yorkshire people, give us a bit of a cheer.
Come on, I'm from Doncaster, it's not that bad.
You can tell we're far from home, but I can see a couple at the back there. Where in Yorkshire are you from, Josh?
So Doncaster, a little town called Swinton, to be precise.
Very nice. Now, we talk about you being the Moaning Yorkshireman. What's your biggest moan of 2024?
Cinemas. That has been my biggest moan this year. I've been to the cinema quite a lot this year, and I'm sick and tired of remakes. That is genuinely my pet peeve. I don't think we need to see Peppa Pig Goes Forth or all like that. We just make your own original videos, make your own original... Just stop doing remakes, that's what annoys me.
Now, we talk about making original videos. You've been making videos for 7 years. How did it all start off for you?
Well, basically I was between jobs and I thought, what shall I do? And people like, you tend to be quite good, you know, forward, you're quite vocal, things like that. Just make a YouTube channel. So you're not working at the moment, try and make us laugh. So that's what I did. I started a YouTube channel. The early videos are very, very poor on a really old camera that was, I mean, you could hardly see my face on it, but I just moaned about school and I moaned about life in general. And then from there it sparked an interest, and I thought, well, I like to moan about Formula 1. I always watch it and shout at the telly, so why not shout about it on YouTube? And that gained quite a good following from there, and it's just slowly and steadily increased from there. And it's really nice, to be honest. I've got a nice fan base. I've got about 1,200 subscribers now, some like really dedicated fans and followers that are always like, the second the video goes up, they're commenting, they're watching it, and interacting, and it's just nice to build it gradually. It's not about the views or the followers for me, it's just about building a community, and it's nice the number I've got at the moment now, because I can still reply to everyone's comments and things. That's the main thing about it. So what started out as a bit of a hobby and a pastime just to tide me over between work has sort of become a genuine hobby where I've upgraded my camera, upgraded and learned my own editing skills and stuff. I mean, I'm still not as good as most out there, but I do my best.
Now, you talk about creating that genuine audience. What tips would you give to budding creators out there to create their own genuine audience?
The main thing is interaction. If you've got a YouTube video and a YouTube channel that's out there, respond to the comments, because that is what gets people coming back. If you respond to the comments, then they reply back, and just genuinely keep that level of interest, because at the end of the day, those people have dedicated 15 minutes, 20 minutes, however long your video is, to watching you, to liking your video, and to taking the time to leave a comment. The most you can do in return is like it, give it a love out now, and respond to it, and people really do seem to adapt to that and really like that. I mean, obviously when you get to channels of like your size, you've got several hundred comments. It's not possible, but people still know that you're there and appreciate it. If you give it a love out, give it a like, and try to respond to as many as you can.
It is really hard. I suppose when you are at that sweet spot where you can still reply to everyone and you get all the replies in, you get to digest it properly. Although you do get to see the same familiar names, and sometimes, I don't know about you, but it's really lovely when you go to a show and you'll meet like Glenn Dog 47869, and they're like, oh, I'm Glenn Dog, and you're like, oh yeah, like we've been chatting about this and that, so it is really good fun. Now, we are at a car show, of course. What have you arrived in?
So I've arrived in my Mazda RX-8 PZ, which is just over there. I can just see the front end of it from here. Owned since 2019, and yes, it has had to have an engine rebuild, I'm afraid.
Tell us about that, because you said you wanted to buy a car that everybody had slagged off.
Yeah, I like to be different. You know, everyone's out there in the world that, you know, I mean, each to their own, isn't it? But the car scene for younger people is your Vauxhall Corsas, your Seat Ibizas and things like that, which is absolutely fine. But I wanted to be different, and everyone always said, "Oh, don't buy one of them. Don't buy one of them. They're absolutely rubbish. Don't bother." And I was like, I'm going to buy one then. I'm going to buy one. So I started doing my research in September 2018 because I wanted to make sure that I bought a good one, so I wasn't being proved wrong, basically. And it lasted me a good long while until it didn't. But yeah, it lasted 2.5 years, which was a lot more than most people were expecting anyway.
For others out there who'd like to take the same path as you, what's your quick buyer's guide to picking a good one?
Check for rust, that's the big one, and also don't buy one that hasn't got a compression test. If someone's selling a Mazda RX-8 and it's got a rotary engine in it, obviously, and they're like, oh, it had a compression test 6 months ago, that's not relevant. If you're selling the car, get it compression tested on the day that you want to buy it, or as close to as possible. They know when they're selling the car. If they're selling a good one, they'll get a compression test on the engine to prove that it's good.
That is some really sensible advice. Now, have you, in fact, we had a little chat earlier. Tell us about your silly moment when you were on stage.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm on stage here today mainly is due to a band called the Lottery Winners. I'm a massive supporter of those and absolutely fantastic. They've got a new album out, by the way, on the 21st of Feb, so go pre-order that. I've done my PR. But Tom there shared it into his socials, and this is why I got the likes I did to be able to get on this stage. So thanks to him and thanks to all the people that liked the video. But I was invited to go on stage last May to be Bez from the Happy Mondays. So I got 2 little tiny maracas and I strutted my stuff for about 5 minutes to a song called Money of Theirs that featured Shaun Ryder, and I absolutely loved it. It was to like 1,500 people. I made an absolute fool of myself, but I had a great time, and it's something that I've just like, yeah, it was a good laugh, and I've got the opportunity to be on stage again now. Hopefully though, no one's going to come out with any tiny maracas.
I didn't pack any, sorry. Now, I think you're incredibly brave. I think anyone who puts themselves on YouTube is brave, because it is a wild west out there. And not only that, is you've got up on stage, you've talked to us all confidently, you're out there living the dream. Tell us, how do you get over those nerves and go and conquer things like this?
To be honest with you, I've always been really forward in life. I've always been the person that will be the first to speak to someone, because I always feel there's people that are nervous and don't want to make that initial step. So someone's got to do it, so why isn't that me? And the reason why I'm quite confident on stage is because I am just genuinely quite a confident guy, and I just try and live life to the fact that, look, you know, could get hit by a bus tomorrow, so why not just have a bit of a laugh? Let's not take ourselves too seriously. Just have fun with it, you know, it's all an experience. This is a great experience for me. This is absolutely fantastic, and I was absolutely buzzing when I won. And I just thought I'm going to embrace this with both hands, 2 opportunities, try and get my YouTube channel out there, try and, you know, just advertise myself in a positive light, and make it kind of think that, well, it's not so scary, you know, you could come on stage, you could come on stage, we could all have just a great time.
That's such a great attitude, and I think that you can take that away, is that, you know, as morbid as it is, you could be hit by a bus tomorrow, so you might as well just enjoy life. So what's next for your channel? What are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. I'm very much on the fly with things. Obviously Formula 1, I talk about every race weekend, so we've got like 6 rounds left. It's called the Cruel Room, so I rate the drivers out of 10, how I thought they did. And we also have a little funny thing which is called an Of the Week, where at the minute this year it's 90s themed, so a terribly bad 90s pay driver would be awarded to the driver that did the worst in the race. So I think we had Tora Takagi last week, if anyone's into Formula 1, drove a Tyrrell back in 1998, was absolutely rubbish. But yeah, so we have those things, and it just makes it fun. It takes the seriousness out of Formula 1 in an era where they've refused Andretti because of money reasons and no other reason for that, and that annoys me. It's kind of taken the charm off of what Formula 1 was. And the charm for me with Formula 1 was when you had the little minnow teams that used to get lapped 5 and 6 times, like Jordan and like Minardi towards the end. And I want to try and re-encapsulate that in my own way to make Formula 1 light-hearted and make it fun. It's a multi-billion industry, but we can still have a laugh about it.
I don't know what you all think out there, but I think sometimes some classic car scenes can get a bit like that. Like expensive Fords, for example, people don't have so much fun in those anymore. It takes so seriously because we're so much money. So as soon as you get loads of money involved, it's just like you lose all that fun and spontaneity.
Yeah, absolutely. And the classic car scene, this is what makes festivals like this so special, because you know, there's a little Skoda Fabia over there, and then there's a Citroen, whatever that is, with the Jurassic Park on. There's obviously your Proton. You know, there's everything. There's a Lada up there, and it's absolutely fantastic. And again, like you said, the classic car scene, once things become worth money, there's some people that have the mindset of they're suddenly better than everyone else that's got a Ford that's not necessarily worth anything at the moment, but that's not the case. Not the case at all. And I just think that you should just enjoy and appreciate what you've got, and if it's the love of and it's your passion, share that passion.
That's, again, a good bit of advice. Maybe I'll just get you up here next time to tell us sensible things. There's plenty of us making silly
I didn't think this is how this would go, to be honest with you.
Have you had a good look around the show yet, or have you been chatting to everybody?
Oh yeah, I've chatted to quite a few people around my car.
Yeah.
I've been handing out stickers. I've got loads of stickers in my pocket, so I'll come round and we'll hand some stickers out. Yeah, I've had a great chat to a few people that have shared their interest and their passion with their cars. We were genuinely talking about there's a Honda Accord up there in the Mayfair.
Yeah.
I saw it at the Motorist. Richard, I think he's here somewhere in the crowd. There he is. And we were saying like, oh, where's those alloys from? Is it? Oh, it's just from another Honda Accord, but a later year. You just find all sorts of nerdy stuff out, and that's what I like. I like the nerdy stuff.
So which is your favourite car here today?
The Lada that's up there in the Mayfair section. It's got a sticker on it that's amazing. It says something along the words of like, oh, this car can use unleaded petrol without needing adjustment. I'm like, oh wow, how amazing is that? You know, that's a Lada. Like, yeah, that's its selling feature. It could run on unleaded safely. Fantastic. What a brilliant vehicle that was. Yeah, that's my favourite up there. So if you own the Lada, well done. I absolutely love it.
I've got one of those unleaded stickers on my Proton, so they're obviously dining out on that for a few different vehicles. But it was a big concern at the time. So, what are you hoping for the rest of the day? Is there anything you haven't seen yet? In fact, I should probably mention now, if you haven't, go and have a good eyeball around the visitors car park. There's some absolute gems in there. Have you been over yet?
I haven't done the visitor car park yet, and I've only briefly looked in the museum. Obviously I came here first time, but now the MG's out, the prototype that was never done. So I've had a look at that, had a couple of photos of that, because that's amazing. Thank God it survived, you know. So yeah, I'm going to have a proper look around the museum, see what else has altered since last time. It's got in the spares section over here, and I'll definitely take a look at the visitors car park now. I know there's some beast of vehicles in there as well.
Brilliant, well thank you very much, Josh. So give us a shout out again, tell us how we can find you.
So my YouTube channel's The Moaning Yorkshireman. My Mazda RX-8 is over there. There's loads of QR codes for you to scan, just beyond where the merchandise thing is. Yeah, scan that QR code, that takes me to the channel. Drop me a sub, leave me a comment, tell me how you found me. Yeah, and we'll just go from there. We'll have a chat in the comments section and we'll just have good fun. On YouTube, search me, The Moaning Yorkshireman, I come up. There's another guy that's got the same name now as well. So, but it's alright. You know which one's me.
And so how do we get one of your stickers? Do we just grab you straight off the stage?
Yeah, just come and attack me down here somewhere. I'll be there and I'll be milling around. I'll come round, you can all have a sticker. Whether you want one or not, I'll throw one at you. I've got about 100 of them to give out, so yeah, I'm not going home with any. Actually, I'll go home with one because I've not put one in my car yet.
So let's all give Josh a big round of applause because he's just fantastic.
Thank you very much, everyone. Cheers.